Students, let's continue our exercise 3B. We have completed till question number 6. So this is our question number 7. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the numbers 8, 15 and 20. What you need to find out? Just find the smallest square number. Square number means you have, when you will factorize that number, you will get every numbers as a pair that is divisible by each of the numbers 8, 15 and 20, and that number should be also be divisible by 8, 15 and 20. So for solving this type of question, first of all take the LCM of 8, 15 and 20. So when you will take the LCM of 8, 15 and 20, that means you need to find out the prime factorization of 8, 15 and 20, like that only. Okay, when you will do a prime factorization, you will get this. Okay, and when you will multiply it, like 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, when you will multiply it, you will get 120. The LCM of 8, 15 and 20 will be 120. Okay, now check that whether 120 is a perfect square or not. Okay, first of all take the LCM of the given number and then check whether the LCM is a perfect square or not. So for this you just do a prime factorization and trying to find out the pairs. This is the factorization of 120. Now check whether each digits are having their pair or not. So 2 and 2 is a one pair. Here 2 is not having any pair, 3 is not having any pair and 5 is not having any pair. Only one pair we got. Here 2, 3 and 5 do not occur in pairs. Okay, that means 120 is not a perfect square. Clear? Now if here one more 2 is there, one more 3 is there and one more 5 was there, then it will become a perfect square because every digits will have their pair. So we multiply by 2, 3 and 5 to make pairs. Clear? We multiply by 2, 3 and 5 to make a pair. So our number becomes this. We have multiplied one more 2, one more 3 and one more 5. Now when you will multiply it, you will get 3600. Okay, now it is a perfect square. 3600 is a perfect square. Why? Because all digits are having their pair. So the required number is 3600. If your LCM is a perfect square, this will be your answer, but this is not a perfect square. So you need to first factorize it and then check how many digits are not having their pair. Multiply that digit in the prime factorization and when you will multiply it, you will get your answer. That means 3600 is your answer. Let's repeat this question one more time. First of all, take the LCM of 8, 15 and 20. You will get 120. Now check whether 120 is a perfect square or not. Okay, when you will factorize 120, you will see that only 2 is having a pair. This 2, 3 and 5 is not having the pair. That means 120 is not a perfect square. So we multiply by 2, 3 and 5 to make pairs. So our number becomes this. When you will multiply one more 2, one more 3 and one more 5, your number will become this, and when you will multiply this, you will get 3600. Now 3600 is a perfect square. So the required number is 3600. Next, question number 8 will be your homework. This is your question number 9. The area of a square plot is 101 whole 1 by 400 meters square. This is the area of a square plot. Find the length of one side of the plot. The area of a square is given. You need to find out the one side of the plot. First of all, what is the area of square? The formula is the area of square is side square. Clear? And area is given, means side square is given this in your question. This is the area and area is side square. We can equate them. Now, first of all, this is in the mixed fraction. when you will convert it into a simple fraction, you need to multiply both. 101 into 400 and then add 1. You will get this. Clear? Now again, this is the square. I have already taught you in the chapter 2, exponents and power, that if in the one hand side it is a square, when you will transfer it to the another side, it will become a square root. So here the square will go on the right hand side and it will become a under root. Clear? This. Now factorize the numerator and factorize the denominator. When you will factorize the numerator, you will get 201 into 201. When you will factorize the denominator, you will get 20 into 20. Now this is the one pair, this is the another pair. From the numerator, you can write 201 only. And from the denominator, you can write 20 only. And when you will remove the under root, it will give you plus and minus both the sign. But side cannot be a negative number. That's why we are taking the positive number only. I want to repeat it. Side cannot be a negative number. That's why I am considering the positive number only. That means the side will be 201 upon 20 meter. Next question. Question number 10. Find the value of this given number. So, first of all, don't be panic after seeing this type of question, that under root, under root. Clear? This type of question will be the easiest question. First of all, do is this under root. Okay. First of all, try to solve from the last under root. This is your last under root. Okay. Under root 121. Under root 121 can be written as 11 into 11. And when you will make a pair, you can write it only 11. I have written here only. In the place of under root 121, we can write 11 only. Why? Because when we do a factorization of under root 121, this can be written as 11 into 11, and this is the one pair, and from this you write only one time 11. So the value of under root 121 is 11. So write here 11. Now you can add the both. 38 plus 11 will give you 49, and with the under root, now find out the value of under root 49. This can be written as 7 into 7. This is the one pair. This can be equal to 7 only. Means under root 49 will be equal to 7. Now in place of this you write 7 only. The under root will be removed. Why? Because the under root 49, the value of under root 49 is 7 only. That's why here only I have written only 7. Clear? Now 162 plus 7, add both. When you will add, you will get under root 169. As you can see that one by one all the under roots are removing. Now this can be written as 13 into 13. This is the one pair. You can write it 13 or plus minus 13. This is the correct way, because when you will remove the under root, it will always give you a two value, positive and negative. Let's repeat this question one more time. First of all, start from the last square root. Under root 121 can be written as under root 11 into 11, and this can be equal to 111 only. So in the place of under root 121, write only 11. Now add them. When you will add, you will get under root 49, and under root 49 is equal to 7 only. This is the one pair, means 7 only. So in the place of under root 49, write only 7. Now add them. When you will add, you will get under root 169, and this will be equal to plus minus 13. This is your answer. Next and the last question from this exercise is question number 11. Given that under root 3136 is equal to 56, it is given. Okay, you need to find out the value of this. So you need to find out the value of this. First of all, do the one thing. Remove the decimal. How you will remove the decimal? This can be written as under root 3136. You will multiply by 100 and divide by 100, because the decimal is after the 2 digit. So multiply by 100 and divide by 100. When you will multiply by the 100 in the numerator, it will remove the decimal and you will get this. Clear? Like that only in the next step also. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. After the fourth digit, the decimal is there. So you will divide it 1 and 4 times 0. Clear? 1, 2, 3, 4. After the fourth digit, the decimal is there. So you just write 1 and write after that write 4 times 0 and just multiply and divide it. You will get this. Now you can do nothing but you can do a prime factorization. After this you do a prime factorization in the numerator and in the denominator. So 3136, it is also given that under root 3136 is equal to 56. You can also directly write it, but if you want to do a prime factorization, you can also write this under root 3136 as 56 into 56. Now this will become a pair and can be written as 56 only. In the denominator it is 100. 100 means under root 10 into 10. This is the one pair. In the place of this you write only 10. Clear? In the same way here also 3136 means this can be written as 56 only because it is also given in your question. Now what about the denominator? Denominator can be written as 100 into 100. This is the one pair, means in the denominator you can write only a 100. Now take the LCM and just add them. LCM will be 100 and when you will add you will get this. Okay, this can be also be your answer, but if you want your answer in a decimal form you can also write it 6.16. Both are correct. Now here your exercise 3B is completed, but solve all the remaining questions. Don't left that question because tomorrow I will start the new exercise. So before starting the new exercise you solve all the remaining questions of exercise 3B. Thank you so much.